Good morning, afternoon or midnight, wherever you are, and welcome to the Resolume 7.18 release video. We've got some cool new features for Arena, Avenue and Wire, so let's get going. Continuing our recent trend of user interface updates, we've made a deck menu. When you are running a lot of decks and they exceed the width of your interface, a little hamburger icon will pop up between the scroll buttons. This menu will give you access to all the decks in the composition. You can rearrange your decks here too. The MIDI and OSC monitors in the preferences now show both incoming and outgoing signals. This is very handy for debugging and figuring out why your controller might not be working. It also shows what MIDI shortcuts are being triggered or what wire patch is generating MIDI or OSC data. The new options can be found on the top right hand corner of the MIDI and OSC preferences. The compositions list got a little makeover. It's now possible to quickly fold the compositions in the Compositions panel. Hold Shift and click on a composition to fold or unfold it and all compositions below. The state of the composition panel is now also stored when saving the composition. Additionally, we've added the option to sort your compositions alphabetically or by save date. The headers of the group, layer and clip panels got a lick of paint to freshen them up. They now show the color you have assigned to them to easily distinguish between them. We have added a Vibrance effect to the pool of effects in Arena, Avenue and Wire. The Vibrance effect allows you to increase and decrease the amount of vibrance in your image. The effect amplifies less saturated colors while maintaining saturated colors. In contrast to the saturation effect, the Vibrance effect will be less destructive to skin tones and is therefore frequently used in TV and photography production. The Text Animator and text block effects and sources in Arena now have the option to align text vertically. This option is also available in the text render node in Wire. Sticking with the text render in Wire, both the text render and the shape render nodes now have the option to output instantiated signals. Merging everything into a single texture is best for performance, but we noticed that users occasionally need individual textures. So, this new attribute lets you switch between the two rendering modes. We have expanded the shape arsenal to include a moon, a heart, a vessia and parallelogram shape. More shapes, more better. And then there are some effect updates in Wire. We've added the option to accept the texture 2D channel type to the UV offset, flip, mirror, mirror quad, invert RGB and tile effects. This means that the effects can be applied to individual texture channels. Unleash your inner video synth freak with these new toys. And to wrap this video up, there is an update to the Resolume REST API. We've gotten some great feedback from the community on the API, teaching us where to take it next. You can now create and delete groups from the API, and move layers in and out of those groups. Additionally, you can now duplicate layers, columns and groups. The API now has the possibility to move effects from and to the composition, layer, groups or clips. And that was it for this release video. Links to the wire patches and footage used in this video, as well as the full release notes for this update, can be found in the description below. We hope you have fun with this new release and we'll see you soon.